And then I came up with my own version. See, we all seem to do it. We all eventually have to. You have to come up with your own version to suit both your recovery and your overcompensation needs. Hi, I'm John Hart, and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. All right, I mentioned in one of my other prior videos that my own training as a natural bodybuilder and a high-intensity training advocate, it did evolve over time. And I was heavily influenced by bodybuilders such as Mike Mentzer. He was a friend of mine and a training mentor of sorts. Of course, I learned a lot from him. And I started out training in the very beginning on Mike Mentzer's original heavy-duty courses. And I literally ran with the entire evolution of his training and did it on myself over the years. And even when he trained me, I was using his routines. So I'm quite familiar with his routines. I also taught the heavy-duty training system after Mike died. I taught it for MikeMentzer.com and Mentzer Enterprises. So I worked for the new owner of MikeMentzer.com and everything Mike Mentzer and heavy duty. That was Joanne Sharkey, all throughout the 2010s, from 2009 all the way to 2021 when she passed. So I handled all of their consultations. So I'm very familiar with the heavy duty training system. And then all the way on the other end of influence on me and my training and how I train my clients, by the way, was Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates was 6-time Mr. Olympia from 1991 all the way to 1997. I apologize, 1992 to 1997. 6-time Mr. Olympia. Dorian took Mike's principles and applied it to his own needs, his own training, his own desires as far as, being as big and muscular as possible, and went on to win the titles of his dreams. I went on in my own realm in natural bodybuilding, and I always wanted to be Mr. America. I always wanted to be Mr. Universe. So in 2001, I won the natural Mr. Universe. And then in 2012, I won my weight class, light heavyweight Mr. America. And then 2013, I won the light heavyweight Mr. America, as well as the overall Mr. America. And that's during a time period when the Mr. America was drug tested. 2011, 12, and 13. It was drug tested. So I got to live out my dreams using the same principles. So how did my own routine evolve? Well, after I had squeezed out as much as I could, and for those of you who are studying Mike Mentzer's routines, you'll find it goes all the way from full body routines several times a week. I've done them all the way to an A-B routine. You know how much I really promote an A-B routine for most people. And then from that, it's a split halfway down the body, right? One half of the body in the A routine, the other half of the body in the B routine, and rotating them. How often? That's a whole other video. You can look up my Get Big routine. I'll put it down there in the video description to show you. A-B routine, and then going to his ideal routine, and then eventually he came up with a consolidated routine. That was Mike Mentzer. Dorian's routine, blood and guts routine, he had already evolved at that point his routine from an A-B split, performed a little bit more often, to what would become his Mr. Olympia winning routines. And he would continue doing them. About the biggest change that he had was when he had first won the Mr. Olympia, he was doing 2 sets per exercise. 2 sets per exercise. And then after he won his first Mr. Olympia, through heavy influence of Mike Mentzer, he cut it down to 1 and continued to grow and get bigger and added, about 25 more pounds of muscle to his frame. Yeah, in the course of his 6 years as Mr. Olympia. So he evolved. What did I do? I took Mike's routine, and then the big change for me was I took Dorian's routine. When Mike's ideal routine stopped working for me, I took Dorian's routine and I applied that one. I did his natural version of his routine, which was instead of training 4 workouts in 1 week, it was 3 workouts in 1 week. These workouts were kind of short. So he had 4 different workouts, but he would only perform for the naturals, 3 of them in 1 week. So it would be shoulders, traps, and triceps in 1 workout. The very next workout, a few days later, I would do back, traps, and lower back, and my calves. And a few days later, right, the 3rd workout within 7 days, I would do chest and biceps, or in my case, you all know I like doing legs on that 1 workout, my quads and my hamstrings. When I started the following week, I would kick it off with chest and biceps. Dorian does it the opposite way with the leg workout and chest and biceps. So I would start off the week with chest and biceps. And then, that's on a Monday. Then I would continue a few days later with the shoulders, triceps, and traps. And then a few days later, on to back. A few days after that, back to the leg workout. A few days after that, chest and biceps, and so on. But 3 total workouts within a 7-day period. But it would take me about 9 days to run through all 4 workouts. So I was not thinking any longer about the weekly calendar. I was training 4 different workouts over the course of 9 days. So that's how my workout evolved, and it was highly successful and brought a lot of progress for me going into the 2000s, 2010s. And then I came up with my own version. See, we all seem to do it. We all eventually have to. You have to come up with your own version to suit both your recovery and your overcompensation needs, because whatever Dorian could say, as far as taking those workouts from 4 down to 3, yes, it was less than what he did in his training. And yes, it was better for a natural bodybuilder as opposed to somebody who's on gear, enhanced with steroids, growth hormones, and bodybuilding drugs, growth promoting drugs, performance enhancing drugs. Yes, it was better, but was it the best? Well, eventually for me, it wasn't the best. I had to change it. And that routine is for another day. I'll give that one to you another day. But I'm giving you an idea of how all of these routines do evolve unless you get stuck in your thinking and stuck in your training, and then you start running into nasty injuries. And when that happens, it's over. Progress will stop long term, if progress hadn't stopped already. So you get little warning signs along the way that it's time to change. And it did hit me in that way as well, where all of a sudden I had little warning signs and I had to, adjust things. So I cover a lot of those things in the process and how to go about doing that and how I did it. You can check out my courses that I've done. HIT with MrAmericaHeart.com is, well, that's the website. But down below, I'm going to put down below the link. You can check out some of my HIT courses that I've done now, as well as the 3 books that I've written on the subject. And all of them are available. I'm running a special right now. You can check it out down below in the video description of this video. And that's it. That's my shameless plug at the end of the video, by the way. Yes, we all end up having, if you're making a living out of bodybuilding in one way, shape, or form these days, yeah, you end up with some product that you're selling. And certainly a lot of us, we help a lot of people because of it. So check it out. Feel free. And before you go, please do me a favor. That disc that's popping up next to my head, that is the subscribe button for my channel. Please give that thing a tap and let YouTube know how much you like my videos, but also that you want to subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing. And YouTube will let you know when a new video comes out from Mr. America Heart. Down below and off to your left, you can see these thumbs ups. Well, ignore the thumbs down, but the thumbs up. Hit the thumb up button. That one right there lets the YouTube algorithm know how much you're liking my videos. It'll promote it a little bit more. It helps the channel out, and it frees me up to do more for you and give you more information. So that's it from my heart to you. I'll see you soon.